Whose fault is it? 5 raw stories of rejection, redemption, and the fight for connection. What does it feel like to be pushed away by the people who should love you most? To stand up for yourself, only to be told you're wrong? To watch a dream slip through your fingers, or realize your perfect moment isn't perfect enough? These are the questions that haunt 5 strangers, each sharing a deeply personal story of conflict, heartbreak, and the burning question, am I the jerk? Their tales aren't just drama. They're a raw, unfiltered look at the human heart, exposing our deepest fears and desires. Through their struggles, we see ourselves, flawed, hopeful, and desperate for connection. Get ready for a journey that will grab you by the soul, challenge your assumptions, and make you question everything you thought you knew about right and wrong. The outcast, a son left behind. Imagine being a 5-year-old boy, watching your family build a world that doesn't include you. Your step-grandmother, Brenda, a woman with wealth to rival a small nation, pours her fortune into your siblings, private schools, the latest gadgets, annual vacations to tropical resorts with first-class flights and 5-star suites. You get the local public school, second-hand toys, and a week at your granddad's modest house, while the others sip cocktails on a cruise ship. Now, as a young man, you're still on the outside, looking in. This year, Brenda's planned a 2-week family getaway, and the 3rd day of the first week is your birthday. It's not just any birthday. It's your first without your granddad, who passed away last autumn. He was your anchor, the one who made you feel like you mattered. You'd spend those vacation weeks with him, fishing at the local pond or fixing up his old car. They weren't fancy, but they were everything. Without him, the thought of spending your birthday alone feels like a weight crushing your chest. So you take a leap. You ask your mom to stay home with you, just this once, to share a quiet day together. Her response? A cold no. You try again, explaining that being alone will break you, that you might not speak to her for a while if she goes. Instead of understanding, she and your stepdad lash out. Selfish idiot, they call you. Zules brat. The words cut deeper than the loneliness. You're left wondering, am I the jerk for wanting to feel loved? Why it hurts? This story is a dagger to the heart because it's about rejection and grief. The young man's plea isn't about a missed trip. It's about a lifetime of being told, you're not one of us. His request taps into a universal need, to be seen, to belong. Psychologically, his family's dismissal exploits the status quo bias, assuming he'll keep accepting his role as the outcast. The controversy? Why does a mother choose luxury over her son's pain? It's a provocative question that shatters the myth of unconditional parental love. A deeper look. Consider the logic. Brenda's wealth could easily include him, but she chooses exclusion. His mom's complicity, enjoying lavish trips while her son is sidelined, feels like a betrayal. Picture a modern-day Cinderella, where the stepfamily's favor is reserved for real kin. The emotional pull is undeniable. We've all felt left out, whether by a clique, a workplace, or our own kin. His story challenges us. Is he wrong to demand inclusion? Or is his family wrong to deny it? The fighter, standing up to ignorance. Meet Sarah, a 32-year-old woman who's walked through fire and come out stronger. Her ex-husband's infidelity gave her an STD that stole her ability to have children, a wound she's learned to carry with grace. Now, she's dating a man she calls kind-hearted, and life feels hopeful. That is, until she meets his family. At dinner, his older brother, Mike, probes her infertility with all the subtlety of a bulldozer. Then, he drops a bombshell. No wonder you're infertile. Cats mess up women's ability to get pregnant. Sarah's stunned. She has 3 cats, her loyal companions through her darkest days, and this guy's blaming them? It's not just wrong, cats don't cause infertility, fact-checked and debunked. It's a personal attack. She fires back, explaining her ex's betrayal and her cat's unwavering support, calling Mike's comment ignorant. The room freezes. Later, her boyfriend scolds her for overreacting and leaving a bad impression. Hurt and betrayed, she asks, "Am I the jerk for defending myself?" Why it stings. This story is a raw nerve of injustice and loyalty. Sarah's response counters the fundamental attribution error. Mike assumes her infertility is her fault, ignoring her history. Her boyfriend's failure to defend her triggers our fear of abandonment. The controversy? Why do we blame victims instead of supporting them? It's a bold challenge to the stereotype of the over-emotional woman who's expected to stay silent. A deeper look. The logic is clear. Mike's fact is nonsense. And her boyfriend's betrayal reveals his true colors. Picture a movie scene where the heroine stands up to a bully, only to be chastised by her supposed ally. Sarah's cats, symbols of unconditional love, contrast sharply with her boyfriend's conditional support. Her story is a rallying cry. Do we choose partners who fight for us, or ones who let us fight alone? The stepmom, protection or control? Now, meet Lisa, a stepmom navigating the chaos of a blended family. Her teenage stepdaughter, Emma, attends an elite boarding school, living a life of freedom most teens envy. Unsupervised weekends, trips to art galleries in other states, even day trips to a country where she holds dual citizenship. Emma's got it all. But Lisa's alarmed. Emma's mom moved abroad 6 months ago, leaving no parent in the same state. To Lisa, this is a teenager running wild, unchecked, and unsafe. Lisa wants Emma to transfer schools and live with family, either her mom or them. It's about safety, fairness, and keeping the family together, especially since her own sons are noticing the double standard. But Emma loves her school, and her dad, Lisa's husband, insists she's just more responsible. Lisa pushes harder, and now everyone's angry. Emma, her husband, her sons, even extended family. She wonders, am I the jerk for trying to protect her? Why tensions? This story crackles with control and envy. Lisa's concern hides a deeper need for authority, a classic confirmation bias where she sees only the dangers in Emma's freedom. The controversy? Is she a caring stepmom or a jealous control freak? It's a daring flip of the evil stepmother trope, forcing us to question her motives. A deeper look. Lisa's logic is shaky. She assumes Emma's independence is reckless without proof, but her emotions are real. Blended families are a tightrope, and fairness is elusive. Imagine a TV drama where the new parent tries to fix a kid who's thriving. Emma's art gallery trips sound wholesome, yet Lisa frames them as dangerous. The tension lies in perspective. When does care become control? The dreamer, mourning a lost future. Enter Mia, 24, whose childhood was defined by a pact with her best friend, Zoe. Since they were 7, they planned to be single. Rich aunts, living together platonically forever. It was their identity, their North Star. They even lived it briefly, sharing a rent-free apartment owned by Mia's dad. But 3 years ago, Zoe met a man, got engaged, and moved in with him. Now, with a wedding date set and a house on the horizon, Mia's dream collapses. When Zoe shares her news, Mia breaks down, confessing she's mourning their lost plans. Zoe offers a guest room in her new home, promising Mia's always welcome. But Mia rejects it. It's not the same as sharing a life. Zoe snaps, calling her an ungrateful brat for guilting her over moving on. Mia's torn. Am I the jerk for holding on to our past? Why it breaks. This story is a quiet ache of loss and change. Mia's grief reflects the endowment effect. We cling to what we've invested in, like her dream with Zoe. The controversy? Is it selfish to hold someone to a childhood promise? It's a provocative challenge to the idea that growing up means letting go. A deeper look. Logically, Zoe's entitled to her new life, but Mia's pain is real. Picture two kids vowing to be astronauts, only for one to become a teacher. Zoe's guest room is generous, but to Mia, it's a demotion from partner to guest. The story asks, how do we balance loyalty to others with loyalty to ourselves? The birthday girl, chasing perfection. Finally, meet Jenna, whose boyfriend, David, goes all out for her birthday. A Nintendo Switch with 4 controllers, 5 hand-picked games. A dinner with friends, homemade pizzas, her favorite cake, and a happy birthday banner. It's a dream weekend. But Jenna's not satisfied. The decorations? Just one banner, no balloons. And David? He's cooking instead of dancing with her. She gets drunk, lashes out about the pathetic decor and excessive appetizers, then wonders, am I the jerk for wanting perfection? Why it frustrates. This story is a flashpoint of entitlement and regret. Jenna's outburst reflects the hedonic treadmill. No matter how good things are, we want more. The controversy? Is it okay to demand perfection when someone's given everything? It's a bold critique of our obsession with flawless moments. A deeper look. Jenna's logic unravels. David's efforts were extraordinary, but her emotions are relatable. Who hasn't craved a perfect day? Her drunken rant is a textbook availability heuristic, where small flaws eclipse big wins. Imagine a rom-com where the heroine sabotages her own joy. The question lingers. Do we destroy what's good by chasing what's great? The bigger picture. What these stories teach us. These 5 stories aren't just conflicts. They're windows into the human condition. They reveal our biases. Like the in-group bias that fuels exclusion, story 1, or the self-serving bias that justifies hurtful words, story 2. They tug at our hearts with universal fears, being unloved, betrayed, or left behind, and they challenge sacred beliefs about family, victimhood, freedom, loyalty, and gratitude. Psychological tactics at work. Social proof in story 1. The family's agreement that the son is selfish pressures him to doubt himself. Reciprocity. In story 4, Zoe's guest room offer feels like a debt Mia should repay with gratitude, not rejection. Scarcity. In story 5, Jenna's fixation on missing balloons reflects the fear of losing a perfect moment. The controversial twist. Here's the rule breaker. There's no jerk, just people acting from pain. Life isn't a zero-sum game where one side's always wrong. The son's not selfish, he's wounded. Sarah's not overreacting, she's surviving. Lisa's not controlling, she's scared. Mia's not ungrateful, she's grieving. Jenna's not entitled, she's human. This perspective flips the narrative, urging us to seek empathy over blame. Conclusion. The path to connection. So who's at fault? Maybe it's not about fault at all. These stories show us that relationships are messy, and our worst moments are chances to learn. The son can build a family that values him. Sarah can demand a partner who stands by her. Lisa can trust Emma's path. Mia can forge new dreams. And Jenna? She can say, I'm sorry, and grow. Next time you're in a conflict, pause and ask, am I reacting to them or to my own pain? That's where healing starts. Let's stop chasing right and start chasing connection. Because in the end, that's what makes us whole.